Hey everyone, it's Mrs. D, and I'm coming at you today to talk about italki. I've had a lot of people approaching me and asking questions about italki. This is take three, so hopefully I can keep this short and sweet and not ramble too much. But first, let's talk about what is italki. Italki is a teacher platform. It's based out of Hong Kong. However, it is not geared only towards Chinese students. It's actually international. So on italki, I have taught and currently teach students from all over Asia, Russia, Wales, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. I've taught on all these places, Brazil. I have students in Tijuana, Mexico. So it's worldwide. And so that lends it to actually be a 24-hour, 7-day a week platform. So if you're looking to extend past those Asian hours, italki is a good option for that. Now, how do you get started on italki? You have to fill out a teacher profile and make an introduction video. Then italki will deny you or approve you. And if you are approved, you go to an orientation meeting with some other people usually. But there is no actual live demo class that I remember doing. I just remember taking, putting together a profile, introduction video, being approved, and then going to this kind of orientation meeting. italki takes 15% of whatever you make. And that's actually why I got started on italki first before I did Outschool, because of that 15%, where Outschool takes 30% of what you charge. Now, and I consistently have always made over $20 an hour on italki, and I do raise my prices a little bit every couple of months, just like by like 50 cents, so that it's not too painful for my current students. So now I make over $20 an hour. Now, to get students, you have to have a good profile and you have to have a good introduction video. A niche wouldn't hurt either. I know somebody who works on italki who teaches science and English, and so that's a good little niche. Or children, because italki is actually geared towards adult. It doesn't do a lot of what's it called, marketing to children. It's Monday and like pregnancy brain and everything going on here. So it's mostly for adults, but lots of children are coming to the platform and using the platform. So that's a little niche in itself. If you're a good teacher, you can do well. Now, italki does not provide any material. Unlike Cambly, there's a lot of similarities between Cambly and italki, but unlike Cambly, italki does not even offer the curriculum that Cambly does. So you have to pretty much come up with all of your own material for every lesson. And I have a video, so watch the video about my favorite ESL curriculum. It's not very expensive at all, and italki can pay for it if you start doing well, easily. So they take 15% as opposed to the 30% that Outschool takes. Now, the difference between Outschool and italki in that sense is that Outschool, you can make a higher per hour wage because you can do groups. italki is pretty much geared for one-on-one. There are ways to manipulate the system to book group classes if students are in agreement for a group class, but it's something like, if you want to have your group class at 8 a.m., one student can book it, and then the other students have to like book off hours like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then they all just meet at that 8 a.m. time, if your time. So it gets a little bit tricky to do that and to do time conversions. So be careful if that's how you want to go. But I do know that there are some people who do that. I have not. Again, you have to use your own curriculum. So I've got a video about that. You can take a look at that, or you can list conversational classes. You could do something where you're doing a niche in science or math or something like this. Okay. And then you might be able to attract more crowds. Now, I got started on italki because I signed up in March of 2020 just to see what would happen. I didn't promote myself on there or anything. I didn't really market on Facebook or anything like that. But right after that, we had the worldwide pandemic lockdown, and italki started doing some live stream teaching. And I signed up for that program. I got paid to do it, and it made my profile kind of explode. So I've been booked on italki ever since then. So that's not normal. It's not normally how it happens. It might be a little bit slow to get started because, again, just like Outschool and Cambly, there's thousands and thousands of other teachers, and you've got to figure out a way to make yourself stand out from the crowd, right? But now I was going to take just a moment to talk about the pay and the hours that I'm working and wrap it up here so we don't get too long and lose your interest, okay? All right, so let's see if I can switch my screen here. Let's see how we do. And actually, that's not the one we want. We want this one. And what you're looking at here is my October schedule. So I have opened italki hours from 5:30 a.m. Central Time to 11 a.m. Central Time. And I opened the 5:30 hour when we found out all that we found out about the Chinese market basically crashing and closing down. And so now you can see that I am booked at that 5:30 hour. The gray classes are classes that have already passed. Obviously, that's last week, and this is this week. The purple one are classes that have not been confirmed as completed, which is fine. It just takes a little bit longer for the pay to show up in my box. And then these green classes are all classes that come. Now, you can see that I'm booked pretty well. I have some openings and I do expect some more of them to fill in. But I'm booked pretty well for October. And the great thing about italki is you can be booked months in advance. I have students into January, and I actually had to change some of those because I'm going to stop teaching after a while. I'm not worried about this. You can see there's lots of empty places on here. I'm not worried about it. I really feel like it's going to fill in. It always has. And you can see that, I'm into January, but here's where I'm going to start maternity leave. So I had to cancel this Grace. She had booked all the way through. So you can open your schedule for quite some time. And when I do that, I kind of expect that parents are going to be accommodating if I have to change something. And generally they are. Now, you can change your class hours 24 hours in advance, cancel 24 hours in advance, or come to an agreement with under 24 hours. And as long as, you're pretty much faithful and doing a good job, and you have regulars, they're not going to really mind if you have to make a change now and then. And then likewise, you allow them to make changes now and then too. Now, if a student doesn't show up, you get paid for that. italki really doesn't allow students to just not show up because their internet's not working or because they forgot class or whatever. You're going to get paid for that. So that's a good positive about italki. All right, so let's talk about how much I make. A lot of people don't like when I show this, especially on the Facebook groups. It gets deleted a lot, but that's all right. I'm going to show you. Right now, as of today, Monday, October 11th, my available balance is $790, and you can withdraw twice a month. You can withdraw around on the 30th and on the 15th. And then you get your money pretty much within 10 days of that withdrawal. Unless you do like a fast withdrawal, then you pay $10 and you get your money quicker. Now, I take out twice a month, and as you can see here, right now I am working close to 17, 18, close to 2K a month that I'm making on italki. I've got 17 here, 17 last month. I took a vacation and that really made my pay go down a bit. This is when I started opening my earlier hours on italki. And so you can see that, the pay started going up from there. And it's been pretty consistent that I have been making over $1,000 a month on italki. So that's good. That's good money. Now, there's other teachers that charge a lot more than I do. I'm okay where I'm at right now on italki. And the great thing about italki is that it's not only English. italki is a program that you can actually teach any language. So if you're bilingual, you can teach your second language and sometimes do really well in that if you're a good teacher. So, I don't know if you have any more questions on italki. There's no referral fee for italki, so just go ahead and sign up and try to get started on there. And of course, if you have any questions at all, just message me, let me know on Facebook as Mrs. D. I do have a group for ESL teachers. It's called just Mrs. D's Mrs. D's Corner instead of Mrs. D's Outschool Corner. I should probably name it to nickname it Mrs. D's ESL Corner. But anyways, you can join that if you want to have more personal contact with me, an easier way to post a question, get a quick answer, message me, email me, anything that you want. Please do like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. And if you have, like I said, if you have any more questions, just let me know. I hope this video wasn't too rambly because it really seems like it was to me. All right, see you guys later.